And Megan, nobody's quite sure exactly how far ISIS fighters are from reaching the capital of Baghdad, but now even the Department of Defense is acknowledging that ISIS could be within 5 miles. That means the fight is now approaching the Baghdad suburbs. And the clashes have reportedly killed hundreds of Iraqi soldiers. Today, Rear Admiral John Kirby was asked if Iraqi fighters could hold their ground. Listen to him.
So I think, I can't predict anything one way or the other than to tell you what I can predict is we're going to continue to work with them in their defenses of it.
But those in and around Baghdad aren't sure the airstrikes will be enough. They point out that ISIS controls wide swaths of land to the west of Baghdad, and they've taken over farmland to the north and east. Experts also say that Iraqi forces are just now in the process of rebuilding and retraining, and they could be several months away from being able to fend for themselves. Remember, it was only a week ago that Islamic State fighters overran a key Iraqi military base outside of Fallujah. And while the focus of the Iraqi military and government is to keep ISIS fighters outside the city, today there were several attacks inside Baghdad, including at least 3 car bombs that killed dozens, and several mortar rounds were also fired. So far, there has been no claim of responsibility, but all of the attacks happened in mainly Shiite Muslim districts, a telltale sign of the Sunni Islamic State fighters. Mortars also at close range, meaning they were fired from within the district or just outside of those districts. Megan.
Trace, thank you. Canon Andrew White is a priest with the Church of England in Iraq, and he is a storied figure in that country. Early yesterday, this man, who was guarded by over 30 security guards, sent out an SOS on his Facebook page saying, quote, "The Islamic State are on the verge of entering Baghdad." He added, "All the military airstrikes are doing nothing. And if ever we needed your prayer, it is now." He is in Baghdad now. I spoke with him hours ago through an internet hookup that was weak, but his message was powerful. Watch this. Canon White, very good of you to be here tonight. And I know that despite the fact that you have a personal struggle with MS, despite threats on your life, despite being subjected to all sorts of, if not torture, close to, and losing many of your staff members, you've stayed in Iraq to try to broker a peace between the Sunni and the Shia. Never, I assume, did you anticipate seeing a force like ISIS. What is the state in Baghdad tonight as this force is apparently on the western outskirts of the city?
Well, the reality is we are in the most difficult period I have ever seen. I've been here for years, but people are even too afraid to go out into the streets. So the streets are almost empty, and people are fearful of what is going to happen. All of the Christians originate from Nineveh, which is Mosul. And so they have all had family members who have been killed, they've been slaughtered, massacred. And so there's fear down here of what has happened up there.
What is your plan tonight? Because I know I want our viewers to know that you have had up to 35 Iraqi security guards protecting you at times because you are a likely target, given what you do and what you stand for. Peace, love, Christianity. In any event, is there any plan to run, to try to get out of the city?
Well, the problem is there isn't much opportunity. If you go by car, you go through the central part of Iraq, which is now under ISIS control. If you try and fly out, that isn't easy, because, for example, the first flight that I get out is on Monday. So I'm here.
Are you scared?
So tonight, I'm here.
Are you scared?
Look, I have to be honest with you. One of my biggest dangers, according to security people, is I have no concept to fear. I do not fear ever. So, no, I'm not scared. I fear for my people. I fear for what could happen to my people.
The guards are with you. The Iraqi army is continuing to fight, says the U.S. government. Do you have faith in them?
I'm laughing because I said to one of my soldiers today, if ISIS were coming towards you, what would you do? He said, I'll take off my uniform. Why are you in the army then? Why are you a soldier? What are you doing? Aren't you protecting us? He said, no, I'm in it because I need the money.
I need the money.
So it's difficult to have complete trust in an army who responds like that.
Do you believe the airstrikes that are underway right now will keep Baghdad secure?
No, not at all. I have had people, our people, killed by the airstrike. I don't know what is being achieved by them, but it's very, very little. The fact is, people like ISIS can only be controlled by troops on the ground. And where are they? We haven't got any.
Canon White, thank you very much for your time tonight. We'll continue to check in with you as we continue to follow ISIS's path and hope for the best. As he says, what he needs is prayer more than ever. All the best, sir.